So I was for some reason thinking recently about the Tick Terror, and I was like, I really wanted to play this tower, but I don't know how to make it work in a video. So I think that we're just gonna try and do a 2 million pops with it. So I had this idea where we use Pat Fusty, we use the ability to buff both of the Robo arms because they work really nicely, and then eventually we get to a Tick Terror, we get probably the bottom crosspat because of the knockback. You get some crits on it, you know, there's some magic going on with that tower for sure. You know, it was a really good tower that eventually I feel like it had its meteoric rise just like from nothing, and then I guess Ninja Kiwi did their part to make sure that nothing like the Tick Terror happens again. Oh, by the way, do we have this one? I think we do. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because essentially the entire middle path, if you guys remember, was absolutely busted, so they did everything that they could to that thing. I mean, I'm talking about price nerfs, pierce nerfs, whatever you wanted, it probably happened to the Tick Terror eventually, and I'm just thinking, where do we want to place Pat Fusty? Probably like this, right? Because we don't want him attacking, but at the same time we need, because I want to have the Tick Terror like this. Alright, so I guess we could have him here towards the right side. He can attack this small portion of the track. I don't think we're gonna mind that. Hopefully he's gonna be helpful a little bit with this round, like round 9. I think we should set him as strong though, because I don't want him leaking any green balloons, and I think, yeah, that's gonna be about it for round 9. And yeah, this is about it, guys. So we are, I think that you guys are watching the second to last video of this update, and I'm saying this because we recently got early access to 47. That's gonna be like 2 days from now. Actually, it's gonna be on Saturday, and I cannot wait to play that thing because officially for the first time we're gonna be able to show you guys. So that was a good snipe, by the way. But yeah, for the first time ever, we're gonna be able to show gameplay from Rogue Legends, which is super exciting. And then the update itself, usually, again, we don't have a date, but usually it comes out the next week after we get the, I guess, after the weekend in which we get early access. Yeah, so let's see how we do in round 15. The sub is set on Struck. I'm gonna use the Roar, but it's not gonna do anything. Pat is pretty much useless himself, honestly. Like, you know, he's such a small portion of the track that, I don't know, like, he's not doing too much on this one. Is there any way we micro ourselves out of this situation and we just save up like 1.1k for the airburst, and then it's gonna be fine? Let's try it. Let's make sure we switch the targeting. There's no point in buying the advanced intel, by the way, because we only have Pat on screen. So let's try and thin out all these yellows and pinks, and then when they make it to the other side, I guess we just switch to strong and hope for the best. Oh my god, that's a blue balloon. Please snipe it. I think we have it. Yes, there we go. That was very good. So now we're gonna get some end of round cash, and we get the airburst, which should stabilize us, I think, probably like easily into the mid-20s, maybe even further than that. Yeah, this sub is starting to rack up some pops. 2,500 so far. Pat is at 100, so that's good. So let's start going for, I guess, the are we gonna go for 2 villages? Actually, I would love to have 2 discount villages, but let's start with the first one. Okay, this is gonna be a fun round actually, because Pat Fusty's are only lead popping power, and he can see like only this portion of the track. So I'm keeping him on strong. The only thing we need to do is for him to just pop the lead balloons, and then the sub can probably clean up. And if we clean up this one, then 30 is not gonna be a problem as well. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna lose a lot of pops by doing this, but I'm gonna buy the second discount village first, and I'm saying that we're gonna lose a lot of pops because we're at 1.4k, right? So getting this second discount village is gonna cost us closer to $2,000, and we need like 2.7k in order to buy the base super monkey. So that means that this sub is gonna take out so many pops. It's gonna be crazy actually. Are we even dealing with these balloons? Like, I feel like these pink balloons might be a little bit too much for the sub to handle. I upgraded to 202 because we needed the camo detection for oh my god, that's a great snipe. But that's another great snipe. All right, there's so many great snipes actually. What is happening? And that might be a good sign because the game might want us to win, guys. Okay, so let's get the super monkey like this in range of Pat Fusty, and we can finally start. I think we are gonna have enough money to do let's actually pop the camo balloons first, and then we're gonna submerge it. So get rid of these guys and now do the submersion. There we go. And yeah, let me just submerge the sub. So 6,500 pops on the sub. The priority on the Berserker Brew is gonna be at Pat Fusty, unfortunately, but I guess once we buy it to something like the 400, I guess the super monkey is gonna have some of the buff as well. And yeah, this outplacement is absolutely not ideal. Like, Pat Fusty has a priority for the Berserker Brew. I guess when we get to the stronger stim, we're gonna have some. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys, and I really don't want to use the level 3 ability here either. So let's hope that we survive. We're gonna need the money for the knockback, by the way, as soon as possible. And how's it looking? Do we need to unsubmerge again? Let's just get this round over with. It's fine. We're gonna submerge it on the next one, by the way, and let me just check the cash. So 2.68, and this is look at the price. All right, $25 remaining. That's really good. This is such an important upgrade to defeat the mod, by the way. It's actually crazy. Let's use the level 3 ability. The super monkey is affected, and yeah, this guy actually goes really hard when you give the Pat Fusty buff to it. All right, so we are stealing a lot of pops with towers that shouldn't be attacking. Pat is at 2,500 pops, and the sub is at 6.7. All right, so let's start going for the middle crosspat first. You guys know why we did all of those shenanigans with the discounts and everything? Look at this thing. Robo Monkey, $6,500. And you guys are not gonna believe the amount of money that we saved so far, and the amount of money that we're gonna save in the future, actually. I guess the placement of these villages is like questionable because whenever you place all these art towers, they are gonna be taking a little bit of pops. But I chose this map for a reason. It's because the tech tower is such a good tower and it's obviously kind of easy to get 2 million pops on it. So I thought let's just kind of make it difficult for ourselves using a map that's not ideal for it. Alright, so 49, we're about there with the robo, and then once we get it, probably not too many issues. Yeah, there we go. Let's just set the second arc to close, and I don't think we're gonna have too many issues once we buy this tower. I mean, the robo has always been such a great tower. I think it lost like at least 2 peers, I believe, and the best hero for it probably still remains Geraldo, but it's like still a super good tower, guys. Regardless of what's happening, there's no way this thing loses in like the 50s or actually even the 60s, I don't think. Something that I noticed is that because our villages are in the absolutely worst place possible for us to get the discounts, one of the things that I was gonna do anyways, and I'm actually gonna do it right now, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to buy an ice platform, and I'm going to be placing all of our other towers, I guess. Let's start with the snowstorm, and I'm going to be placing some towers here in the water. And if we have them like this, look at this thing. So it's going to have both the double discount and it's going to be away from the range of the alchemist, and that is what we call perfect placement. Yes, and this is absolutely right on time for round 63. So let's use the overclock. Lead balloons are our weakness for sure, but ceramics are not, I don't think. So let's use the wave actually for the first wave of ceramics. Yeah, look at this thing. We're absolutely struggling versus lead balloons. I don't like this thing one bit, actually. So let's use the snowstorm, and then hopefully, how many pops did this thing take? Not too many, 270. Let me just check. The sub is at 6.7. Pat is attacking a lot, 4.7k pops. Yeah, lead balloons an absolute menace. We need to find a way to deal with these guys. I mean, I guess buying the tech there is gonna solve that problem. Let's just overclock again, and then we're gonna have the level 3 ability in a second. So that's gonna do a lot of damage, I guess, to this like last wave of ceramics. Is it gonna be enough though? It is. Let me check the pops. 5.7k. I do not like this, and it just keeps going up. Alright, so round 70, let's just do a quick pop count check. So the sub at 6.7, at not good, but I guess it's gonna stay there forever. Bad Fusty at 6. I guess, can we just call both of these guys at like 13k in total? The Alk is at 1.5, so that's like 14.5, and then this thing, just add 500 to it, I guess. So round up at about 500 pops. So all in all, this is like easily over 15,000 pops stolen by all the art towers, and this is not looking good, guys, especially because the majority of these pops were just like straight up lead balloons and leftovers and whatever was behind those lead balloons because the robo was not able to pop them in the first place. And again, 75, and you guys are not gonna guess what comes down to 75. It's more and more lead balloons. So you know what, I think I'm done with these guys. Let me just buy the MIB. I don't even care at this point. We're probably gonna need this upgrade anyways for the call to arms later on, so I guess just buy it. I mean, we're trying to push the robo monkey as much as possible, so I guess this goes with the plan, and I'm gonna try and save the level 3 ability for the next round for 76 actually, but is that gonna be, nope, that's not gonna be a good idea. Let's use the Path Roar. This is gonna help clean out all these BFBs, and I guess for the next one we're gonna do what, like the overclock plus the ice ability is gonna be fine. Yeah, let's do it like that. Let's do the overclock and let's just freeze these guys like this before they get into the, I guess, the range of anyone else. And is this gonna be fine? Oh my god, it's not even close. All right, there we go. What if I buy the call to arms like now? And I'm actually gonna do it. Getting to like $27,000 for the tech there is not gonna be an issue, even if we start the 80s with like $0, right? So we're gonna have the call to arms anyway. So I was like, yeah, if we're trying to push the robo as much as possible, let's just, let's just buy it right now. Let's just have a little bit of fun. We're gonna have the second wave of ceramics incoming like right about now. So let's use past the level 3 ability, and that should be more than enough, right? There we go. I mean, this gets me thinking. If we're playing off of abilities, like for example, past level 3 ability, the Tech Terror has its own ability, the overclock and the call to arms, right? What is stopping us from going for an energizer sub? I don't know. That thing is starting to sound better and better the more I think about it. Do we actually do it though? I don't know. Let's use the call to arms. This is gonna be a second time using it actually. Let's just melt all these 45 balloons. Then I'm gonna follow it up with Pat's level 3. Actually, it's not a follow-up. It's more like a combination. Pat's level 3 ability doesn't last that long, but when it does get activated, it packs a huge punch. It's plus 3 damage actually when he reaches level 14, and he's currently level 13. Okay, so that's gonna be the next one. Okay, now just wait a second. I saw something that I didn't like on 85, and it's that Pat started actually attacking on the left side, and I thought having it here towards the rightmost side is going to stop him from attacking, but he can actually see the ZUMG, so that's not good. Okay, so let's actually start this round by dumping all abilities at once, and let's actually see if that is gonna be the case on this one. Hopefully the last ZUMG survives so that we can see it in action. Yeah, just watch Pat Fusty, and if he's gonna be able to attack the, I mean, I guess he's attacking here as well. That's not good. Alright, let's just start getting some support hours. I guess get the Relentless Glue as fast as possible. Just keep these balloons in place. And I guess guys, what's the plan for this one? I mean, I guess just dump all abilities and try to pop the balloons as fast as possible. Although I'm still trying to survive with the robo. We do have the money for the tech there. I still don't want to buy it, guys. I still don't want to get this thing. Alright, so 89, we're about to encounter DDTs. Not too concerned about those DDTs. I don't think, at least not yet. And then later on, I want to get a Sabo as well. And also we can freeze them with the snowstorm, which is really nice. So let's use the call to arms for 89. And then I think we're probably just going to make sure we have the snowstorm for 90 just to keep these DDTs in place. So you know what? I don't even mind using like the level 3 ability for this one. Let's just melt all these guys. Look at this combo, by the way. Look at how much damage this guy does with the Path to Roar ability. Yeah, that's very good. And you know, we're going to need a lot more of this coming in like the 90s. Alright, so DDTs incoming. And let's, after these DDTs, let's do a pop count check actually so that we can have a game plan. So I think I'm just going to freeze these guys like right here. Get the overclock going. 91 is not going to be an issue because it's only going to be ceramics and BFB. So let's do a pop count check. So sub 6.7, Pat at 7.5. Okay, can we round these guys up at like 14k? That's gonna be fine. 2k onto the alchemist. This guy is at 1.5, and then the, oh my god, this guy's at 6,000 pop. Okay, that's terrible. Let's buy the tech terror right now. I don't even care. We need some extra damage because these towers are just starting to take away so many pops. And you guys know what? The second that we start using some of these abilities, actually these like side towers get a lot more powerful. So for example, this guy, the NG. Oh my god, this is like a hidden star. Like, look at this guy. Look at how many pops he's doing. I think we need to relocate this guy like right now. Okay, so let's get a Chinook, which is, oh my god, the worst spend like $15,000 ever. I thought I was being clever by placing this engine on the platform and thinking like there's no way this guy's gonna take any amount of pops, but like 7.7 thousand pops. Absolutely insane. By the way, let's overclock, let's freeze these DDTs, keep them in place, and we got the Chinook ability going. So let's just relocate this guy somewhere far away. Let's just have him here towards the top. Yeah, there we go. All right, we might need to do that to Pat Fusty. I know that he's a part of the strategy, but this is like not looking good, at least for the end game. All right, so 94, and I think it's time that we started buying up some of these support towers. So I think I'm gonna get at least one more Sabo. Maybe we're going for 2, but we're gonna have 1 for sure. Let me use the, I guess, call to arms to start things off, and then we haven't used the tech terror ability once. So it's really important to pay attention to the amount of times that we use the ability because it crits every 3rd time. So like, I wouldn't mind using it once on this round, once on 96, and then we have a crit ready for 98. That's gonna be amazing. So let's actually play it like that. Let's use the ability once like this. Let's freeze these guys. Just don't let them make it next to Pat Fusty. And Pat is just like such an important part of the strategy with his rallying roar, but I'm just contemplating just moving him away completely. Yeah, look at this thing. He's actually attacking his UMGs. That's wild. Alright, so here we go. 95. Let's use this Sabo, start things off with it, and then is Pat. Oh my god, he's attacking. How is he attacking? What is he attacking actually? I don't understand. 9.3k pops. This is absolutely insane. Okay, let's just use the level 3 ability, and hopefully this, I think we might need to relocate Pat Fusty, guys. This is absolutely not looking good. This is not happening if we don't relocate him, I don't think. On a side note, that was like round 95, so it wasn't even close, and I didn't expect it to be close, honestly, just because this tech terror is so good versus it. But let's, oh, we need to use the ability. Let's just wipe off these guys. 9.3. I'm still paying attention to Pat's pops the most, so I want to save this one for 98. So let's go like this, pass level 3, and then use the call to arms, and hopefully this is gonna be enough, and hopefully Pat doesn't attack. Like, I'm watching your hands, my guy. Just don't use them. Just please keep to yourself. I think he actually did keep it to himself. So 9.3k pops, still not looking good, guys. So 9k on Pat, 6.7 on the sub, and then 7.7 on the engine. That's ridiculous. Yeah, let's just use the snowstorm with the combination of the overclock. Pat is starting to attack 9 point. Yeah, I think when he reaches like 10k pops, I'm just gonna relocate him permanently. I don't even care about the +3 damage at this point. So I start things off with a call to arms, and then as soon as these guys come a little bit closer, I'm going to use the tech terror, which is hopefully gonna wipe out like almost the entirety of this round, I'm pretty sure. And if we can just use the ability, Pat is starting to attack. You know what? I'm just gonna dump it right now. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. The game actually lagged a little bit just because of how many balloons disappeared at once. That's crazy. So we call to arms this one. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna call to arms to be safe, and then it should come off cooldown for if not for 99, then for round 100 for sure. And then how is Pat's? Oh my god, he's over 10k pops. Yeah, you're just going somewhere on the other side, I guess. But he's actually at like 11k pops. Do we actually want to restart this round? I'm thinking I'm gonna do it. Let's restart this one, and let's save like 2,000 pops from Pat Fusty. Let's use the tech terror ability, which is a crit, and it's gonna wipe like almost the entirety of the round. And now look at this thing. The alchemist can buff only the super monkey. I guess a little bit more of a stable damage source at this point, but we're out of abilities. We have some money, and I wanted to buy a second Sabo actually. Let's overclock. The next thing that we're looking for is, I guess, just the call to arms, because the level 3 Pat Fusty ability is not gonna do anything, and hopefully this is enough. Do we have to dump the snowstorm? I want to save it for 99. We do have the Sabo, but I want to save the snowstorm as well. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this. I'm actually gonna use this one because one more activation and the next one is going to be a crit. So let's try and play off of that one for round 100 as well. Alright, so this is gonna be attempt number 2 actually on 99 because I failed my first one. We just don't have enough damage, it seems like. Let's switch one of the arms to strong so we're focusing down these DDTs. I think I'm gonna use the snowstorm as well. Make sure we overclock, and then do what else? Like, do we have in our ability? Call to arms is coming out in a second. Hopefully it's not necessary. We have the call to arms. I think we just have to use it. No, I mean, these guys are gonna pop, but I lost ceramics the first time. So do we wipe them all out? Yes, we do. We wipe them now. So I'm actually gonna move Pat Fusty back. Let's just let the Tech Terror attack for our first attempt in round 100, and then let's do a pop count check and see how we do. So the first attempt is not looking good because the bat didn't even pop, but we have an ability ready which is gonna crit, and I feel like that's gonna come in play a lot. Oh, it actually popped towards the end. Alright, so I hit a review map, and it looks like all of our side towers, excluding the Tech Terror, have 33.7k pops combined. So let's restart the round with this knowledge, and let's do this. Let's do a Moab Shredder Spike only, which is going to do a lot of damage, but hopefully not that much. Not more than like, I guess not more than like 6k pops. I just want to play it safe again. So I feel like if the insides of the bat get popped solely by the Tech Terror, we actually have a shot at this. Even though it's looking like it's not close at this point, I think we still have a shot at it. Okay, so let's make sure that this thing pops like right now. Let's use some of the abilities, and let's just watch Pat Fusty's pops. I mean, we could probably relocate him actually. Let's move him like this. His ability is still on cooldown, so I don't mind relocating him. The Sabo is running though, and we do have a snowstorm. So yeah, let's just kind of try and play it a little bit safe. We're gonna have an overclock coming in a second, and then I see the call to arms plus another ability incoming, so let's go like this. I don't want to use the ability. Let's just, in case we need to restart, so this is 95, 90. Oh my god, this is so close, but I think we barely have it. We actually get there, but we lose. Look at this thing, 2,500 pops. I think we have it though. Let's try it again. You know what? The Spike Factory is taking so many pops, I feel like it might be harming us a little bit. 8.1k pops. Let's see if we have this thing. Let's use the Snowstorm again, and then the Tech Terror ability is coming out in a second. Let me just watch the pops as we're doing this, and let's go like this. So, call to arm is back. I don't know, guys. This is again super close. I'm gonna use the ability. Did that actually get us through because we popped everything? Oh my god, what a run that was. 2,002,307 pops. Look at all these side towers, like 8,000 on this one. Like this guy's at 7.7. What is the sub? Is like 6.7. Pat is at like almost 10k pops, and we barely get there, but we actually did get it in the end. So yeah, that was such a fun run actually. I'm so glad I did this, and yeah, the next video is gonna be early access for 47, so make sure you stick around for that one on Saturday. And that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one.